transmission from UNCSS Biandla, Overseer Gaius, for Captain Keating, UNCSS Solovetsky Island. Dillon Colony, KOI 78401, established by Eldridge Dillon Sanchez in 2059 to take advantage of planet-wide cavern systems that were ideal for mining operations. Terraforming initially failed, but was successful on a subsequent attempt. In 2100, the population was 90,000, mostly mining interests producing gold, titanium, and hematite. The planet is exceedingly hot and steamy, with daily temperatures reaching 48 degrees Celsius. Mountainous terrain with ravines and thick jungle reportedly suffers from electromagnetic storms and monsoon rains. Gravity is Earth-like. The day is 20 hours long. That is all for Dillon Colony. Remember our mission mandate and your responsibilities. Your colony potential report needs to cover the potential for future mining operations, the status of the atmosphere processor, any scientific research possibilities, and the usual ad hoc opportunities that you may uncover.
To UNCSS Ianla, this is Captain Brian Keating of the UNCSS Solovetsky Island, delivering my report on the incident at KOI 78401, Dillon Colony. Upon arrival in the system, the UNCSS Solovetsky Island conducted an orbital survey of the colony site. Initial scans confirmed the presence of an atmosphere processor. The remains of Dillon Colony appeared overgrown and largely abandoned, save for a settlement atop a mesa. Visual confirmation indicated a significant population inhabiting the elevated plateau, with reactions to our arrival varying from excitement to possible hostility. Due to the hazardous terrain and limited landing options, we made planetfall within the overgrown ruins of Dillon Colony. The landing was rough, but the vessel sustained no significant damage. A team led by Officer Wayland O'Brien, Officer Hamada Omir, Tanner Skull, and Engineer Davor Koblenz was assembled to conduct an initial reconnaissance. Their findings were the city itself was deserted, its structures crumbling beneath the weight of time and encroaching vegetation with no signs of active habitation. Keeping in touch over radio, the team proceeded toward the atmosphere processor, which had a deteriorating condition. The facility's massive access door was found shut and locked, preventing entry. Sensor readings indicated structural instability and possible hazardous emissions. Given these findings, I deemed it necessary for them to seek out the Mesa settlement to establish contact with its inhabitants and gather intelligence on the colony conditions. En route to the Mesa dwellers, the team navigated through dense jungle terrain exhibiting signs of environmental degradation. The foliage near the processor appeared withered, brittle, and gray. Movement was slow due to thick undergrowth, and the air carried a peculiar musky scent, later identified as phosgene gas, a lethal chemical agent. While advancing, the team was stalked and ambushed by two feral humans, presumably former colonists who had regressed into violent survivalists. They exhibited extreme aggression and predatory behavior, using crude weapons and moving with a hunter's efficiency. The team successfully neutralized both hostiles, suffering no serious injuries in the engagement, and following the skirmish, they made haste toward the cliffs. They were unexpectedly met with a concealed access door, which they noticed as it opened upon approach. and they were swiftly ushered inside by unidentified individuals, later to be made clear as members of the settlement atop the mesa. The elevator brought them to the surface, and they made contact. The remains of the report include captured footage of the mission and the ultimate fate of the team. Guys, this is 5 crew I've lost at this point. I suggest headquarters starts thinking about possibly including more skilled or more trained crew members to make planetfall. What we received in the report and the remains and footage, if you're coming back here, if you're sending someone else, send the Marines with them. I don't envy their chances. It's Captain Brian Keating signing off. Okay, hello, welcome to the Tabletop Almanac. My name is Simon, and we are bringing you another episode of Alien: The Lost Worlds campaign from the Building Better Worlds sourcebook. With me is our delightful cast of, well, perpetually beleaguered protagonists. So why don't you both introduce yourselves and tell us who you're playing? Matt, let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Matt Eager of Old Bones Publishing, and I'll be playing Tanner Skull, who's an ex-Marine on the edge in this scenario.
Highly on the edge. You shot all the way up to 14 stress right away, pretty much right away. All right, and Corbin.
I am the Awkward GM Corbin. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me at the Awkward GM Corbin on YouTube and on Onyx Path's channel, Twitch channel, every Tuesday or so, probably. That's usually how that works. No. Anyways. Hello.
And you're playing...
Oh, yes, I am playing Wayland, the disheveled officer with a scruffy beard, but who is kind of got some memory issues going on right now and doesn't remember who he is or where he's from or anything about what's going on, but he's pulling through. He's pulling up his bootstraps and climbing the ziggurat lickety-split, and people aren't questioning his authority, which is good.
Not yet. Not until they realize that you have no idea what you're talking about.
Isn't that anyone who runs a company? They have no idea what they're doing. Delegate.
But... yeah. So, future CEO Wayland O'Brien.
No relation to the Wayland-Yutani Corporation.
No, this is a completely different one.
How would he know?
Exactly. So the Lost Worlds campaign is one of reclamation and discovery as a united corporo-national group sort of gathered by the UN, heads off into the far spinward colonies, which have been cut off from Earth for some time, and just, pokes around to see what's going on there. Hi, remember us? And so far, it's not worked out great. Okay, where we left off last time, as my brain had started to just go woo-doo-doo-doo-doo and shut down, you had just finished speaking with the de facto leader of the colony here on Dylan colony, the Vidan Semenya, who sort of works as a triumvirate with Juma Tabandi and Yen Yamada, all Wayland chief executives that roughly run things here. They now, of course, however, occupy the sort of mesa plateaus of the area, having abandoned the former colony to the jungle, which seems to be full of the other colonists who kind of went feral, which we had a nice encounter with earlier.
Yeah.
In response, they sabotaged the atmosphere refinery, started belching out noxious smoke and gases onto the floor of the planet to try to kill off the ferals, which has not been successful as of yet. Additionally, not long ago, a ship crash landed on the planet, and the group known as the Children of the Two Divines made their way to the plateau and are sort of sequestered in their own little camp, as most of the people in the colony are a little wary of them. The conclusion of the meeting, which, having reviewed the footage, I don't know, I could have done a maybe tighter job at playing all three NPCs, but hey, there's only so much room in this head.
I feel ya.
Yeah, right. So it has been decided that the first step will be to go and repair the atmosphere belcher. What do they call it again? Processor. I think belcher is good too, though, but maybe that's a slang term. As your tech was unable to fix it on your first foray, the chief of the executives are granting you the assistance of 2 corporate guards with rifles to soak up the damage along the way. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. They're probably gonna be the first ones to go.
I see you brought your red shirt today.
And he's wearing the brown pants.
Perfect.
That's a fair uniform. I think someone did. I think I saw it somewhere on the internet. Someone had done a count of red shirts who had actually died, and it was not as many as you would think. It is a sort of like Kirk sleeps with everything myth, which he actually doesn't necessarily sleep with everything. He just tried to be suave.
Yes.
Riker sleeps with everything.
Very true. But in what was it, Next Generation, they switched out the red shirts for the yellow shirts because Ops was where security was, and Ops swapped colors from red in the OG series to yellow in Next Gen.
I heard that was because of on camera, red looked better for Patrick Stewart and Jonathan Frakes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like they didn't, and when I'm kind of thinking on it now, I'm like, I don't know, would Patrick Stewart look as commanding in that yellow and gold, or yellowy gold kind of thing, or like it works for some people, but anyway, that's an aside. We'll talk about that when we play Star Trek. Okay, so what are you doing?
Are they sending a tech with us also, or just guards?
Good question. They will send a tech as well to assist. Davor's a little sore about the last time, and is pretty sure he can do it better. So he's going to try. Whether he's successful or not, who knows? Amir is not so thrilled about this. She, I would say, correctly assesses that you all got out of there kind of by the skin of your teeth. That was a very dangerous jungle trek. So she's not thrilled at the idea of going all the way back through that. But, some things have to be done, and this is one of them. So if that's what the XO wants, I guess that's what the XO gets.
Well, we'll be more careful, and maybe we can get some upgraded weapons. What weapons do you have here?
What do they have?
I mean, it's not like I can carry much more than my pistol right now. I guess maybe if they have some sort of rifle or something.
They're actually, I was joking when I said they had rifles. They have pistols and batons.
Pistols and batons. That's cute. Well, I've got my big ass gun, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they are they're here to, keep control more than they are here to actually, shoot a lot of people at once. So, there is that.
Okay, so we'll be careful. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, that's all you can do, right?
Extra careful.
Extra careful. Okay. Let me. All right. Whoop. Okay, don't look at that yet. Not until I've had a chance to look at it.
I see nothing.
Good. Okay. You sure you don't see anything? Oh, I know why you don't see anything. Never mind. Okay. This is one of those funny Foundry things.
It's fine. If I'm not supposed to see it, that's fine.
No. I was making sure there wasn't anything you shouldn't see. You guys can't see the map of Dillon Colony, can you?
No, I see that it's called Dillon Colony, but I don't see a map. It's all black. Wait, now I do.
Now you do.
Yeah.
Corbin, you too?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay. I mean, you should see like atmosphere processor, the camp, ruined colony.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Wanted you to have the map in front of you. Okay, so, and then one of these, let's say, I think it was this bottom right little plateau thing.
Right.
North of the camp is where your ship landed.
Okay.
And then you went up the mine facility and back through the jungle, and things got hairy. All right. So, how are we doing this?
We will try and be stealthy getting into it. So we need to get to the atmospheric processor, right?
That's the plan, to try to fix it to get rid of the phosgene gas.
Right.
I mean, I think it's just basically a straight shoot practically. We have to go through the ruined colony to get there. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, we're going to face these weird guys, but I don't see much. Like, I wonder, do we know if the mining facility is taken up by these people, or if, like, they're just everywhere?
Yeah, the colonists have not done an extensive census of the ferals, so they could well be there.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if we only saw them when we entered the jungle or if we met them, while we were still in the cleared spot. I don't know. I think we met them only in the jungle, but maybe that's just where they chose to attack us,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess we should minimize our time in the jungle because that's the most dangerous spot. But at least we can see a little bit out in the open or whatever, and maybe hide in a building or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that idea.
Okay, so you'll go through the jungle?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So following the tunnel down from the plateau
Right.
to the jungle floor, you step out of the doorway, rebreathers on, just looking into the, I don't remember if I've established the time of day, but let's say it's mid-afternoon or late afternoon. Watching as the sun creates dappled shadows all about. The light breeze moves the trees and the branches, and so every sort of small movement out of the corner of your eye is either a phantom feral or some sort of vegetation just innocently moving in the breeze. Okay. The Waylander guards are have their pistols drawn, batons out, and you see a definite look of apprehension on their face. Everyone else is armed and ready. Okay, so you're going through the ruined colony then? Are you trying to make it? So you're trying to get there straight, like as quickly as possible?
Right. I'm looking at the shortest distance through the
Yeah.
jungle to there.
Okay. You guys can someone can make a mobility roll for the group.
Uh-huh. Let's see. You have mobility? Tanner has mobility, at least a little.
I'll double check my mobility. Where is that?
Under skills.
I do not.
All right.
My agility is 2.
All right. Well, Tanner's got 4 agility and 1 mobility skill, so let's go for it here. All right. So I just click on it to roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Did we not fix? I guess
Oh.
your stress is still abominably high, right? We forgot to change that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna redo some of this stuff here. Okay, 1, you can use your signature item to drop a stress,
All right.
and then let's
Oh,
get the other.
I was at 6 and now I'm at 5, so it looks like maybe that already happened. Great.
Okay, what else here? Relieving stress. Every full turn spent resting in a safe area, it goes down by 1. Okay, you guys can actually clear your stress entirely now.
Okay, how do I do that?
Probably just click on it and make it 0.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, please make that roll again.
I would be glad to.
Okay, no successes. Do you want to push it? Gain some stress?
Sure.
Darn. No, 1 stress, but no successes. Okay, that's fine. All right.
I don't know, guys. Feeling a little tense here.
Oh no, Cam is freaking out again. We just left. Okay.
Waylon doesn't remember the last time, so whatever. Okay.
Yeah. What? Why are you so frightened? What's going on?
Bad things happen in here, man.
Why am I rolling you, Wayland?
Are you?
I don't know. Maybe you have accidentally selected me. I can't see
Yeah.
your private roles.
Okay, you didn't see that roll then.
Well, I just saw that the GM rolled privately.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I do want to be an owner still because I can then make modifications to you. But in this case, let's try that again. Nope, now it's Tanner. No, wait, no, it's not. It's still Wayland. This is ridiculous. Okay. I am just going to make the roll myself.
My stats aren't that good. Maybe we'll be able to defeat them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. You begin to move through the constantly scanning around you. And besides the sort of almost jump scares you get from a sudden gust of wind pushing a branch and something cracking off in the distance, or that guard, the Wayland guard at the back stepping on a twig, you seem to get to the ruined colony without incident. A concept relatively unfamiliar to your crew. Usually everything is an incident. But yeah, you're at the southernmost tip of it there. And you know what it looks like. It's just a ruined mess of stuff.
Right.
And so the goal is to get the atmosphere processor.
Right. Let's pick a main drag and head on down. It's all the way at the other side, so.
Okay. Lead on.
Okay. I wonder if this will do it now. It's still rolling Wayland. Can you check your stress?
I put it down at 0.
Yeah, it should be still there, but because I keep rolling for you,
It's at 0. Maybe.
no, that's great. That's great. I don't mind that at all. I mean, right now I don't.
I mean,
I
are
want-
you secretly rolling for me? Am I trying to kill Tanner? Is this what's happening? Should I know this?
No, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm trying to roll for somebody else, but it's doing it with you.
When did we suddenly start playing Paranoia?
Yeah.
Yes, right. Well. Okay. Okay. Okay.
How
I have an idea. People at home, this is just one of those things that happens when you're still working out the ins and outs of a system. But I might have found my fix for that. So let's try it again. Just because, Oh no, okay. They were gaining, so all that stress was going into them. It was just not. It was calling them Wayland. We'll get to that point. There we go. Okay. Mobility roll again, please.
Okay. Man.
Nothing like a point of stress.
Yeah, let's do this.
No, 2 successes. So
Okay.
good. It worked out. While moving through the streets, you're relatively certain someone is following you. And a quick glance around, you see while they're not following you, there's a pair of ferals skulking through the ruins, somewhat to the east. But they don't seem to have spotted you just yet.
Guys, let's duck over here. We got some unfriendlies on the other side there, but they haven't seen us yet. So come on, this way.
Okay.
So cut away to the west, like on a side street, and then like up a parallel street. So there's a building between us and them, and chill out there for a minute. I guess the main thing is we don't want to get surrounded. How tall are these buildings in the ruins?
We gotta see if they say anything in specific, just because. Yeah, I don't think. I think it explicitly states it. So I'm going to say that they're generally no more than 2, maybe 3 stories.
Logo.
Just simply the logistics and such of, building skyscrapers on this small colony here.
Yeah.
So, but it's enough that even ruined, you can find enough where there's like a second floor half wall that completely obscures you from below. So
let's just keep an eye, because these buildings are low enough that they're not hard to get up onto. So if someone's going to start throwing stuff down at us, we need to be aware. We need to be ready. Eyes peeled, please.
Okay. How's my eyes skill look?
Yeah, that's what my observation.
Yeah, sure. I have a decent observation, I think.
I mean, 5 didn't get any successes. You want to get a stress?
So if I could push?
You can always push once. All right. Well, you got a success, but you're
keep it together. I don't see anything. Gotta keep it together.
How you feeling there, Waylon?
Just fine. Steady as a rock.
Frosty.
Look at that.
Definitely no steady flashbacks to anything that's ever happened to me. Thankfully, I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, it's like we should like make it easier, because you got no frame of reference for any of these things. Like, is this a situation I should be scared in? Maybe, but I don't remember when I was ever scared in this situation. So I can only operate logically, and I guess so, but my gut isn't speaking to me the same way.
Yeah, maybe it's all just like instinct, like muscle memory.
I think that's what we're kind of operating on here, just to make Waylon still a playable character.
Maybe he doesn't remember any of his coping mechanisms from officer school.
Yeah.
I mean, I will go back to the Severance TV show where one of like the first questions, they asked like a bunch of questions, and they're tests for like short term, long term, and like the memory, the short and long term memory that you have. And then they have questions about stuff that's more general, where like they're asked name a state, any state, and if they answer Delaware, it's correct for some reason.
That's where everyone's mind's supposed to go first.
Well, I think it has something to do with the process, but like I know one of the things is before they go into the process to get their brain like spliced or whatever, they tell them a factoid about the founder of the company, and that's like the second question. So if they don't remember that, their short-term memory has been taken out.
Okay. I'm gonna have to give this a watch. Okay. So now that everyone's on pretty high alert, it's not so hard to. Well, not so hard. You're a little more comfortable, a little more confident as you trek through here, and after a few twists and turns, you find yourself on the road leading up to the atmosphere processor.
Good. This is good, people. Let's keep it going.
I guess we should set up the guards outside while we go further and investigate.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't, if that's how you want to do.
The doors open or anything? I don't remember how we left it when we were here the first time.
Yeah. Well, you can see the map now. Okay.
I mean,
you should be
is this the interior? I see myself. Can I control myself? Oh,
yes.
okay. I went out the wall.
I don't see anything.
My area of vision
small.
is like very small. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me.
I am
let me
one
fix that
square. I found access doors.
Yeah. I mean, I do want to use that at some point when I want to absolutely terrify you. But I'll make this bigger.
Do we have a decent light source? Well, okay, good enough.
You have guards who have schematics.
Okay.
Which is.
I think we should always take the guards with us, because every time someone is separated from the group, they die. So, I don't remember this, but it sounds true.
All right, so you are at ground level. Your breathing apparatuses are working on overload, which I think means I think we need to make a. Hold on, I've got to check this equipment roll.
Equipment. All right, so I see under inventory my full face personal rebreather, but how do I roll equipment here?
I know. I'm just looking that part up. This is one of the fun parts of the game, being how do you, what happens when supplies start running out. I don't think it's in that section. Not in there. I call this that's a other hazards. All right, well, I know where it is now. Okay, consumables. Here we are. Okay, so you need to make a supply roll for your air at this point. So your roll stress dice equal to the current supply rating up to a maximum of 6. And for every one rolled, the supply rating is decreased by 1. And when it reaches 0, you're out of it completely. I don't know if there's a command specifically to roll stress dice. So you can just do
icon next to each air, food, water, and power, and you can click on that for a supply roll, I think.
Oh, great.
Now I have air 0, but I don't think that's correct.
No, you should have 2. I see 2 here.
I see 0.
Where is this under?
Consumables under general.
Oh, I see. Okay. No, yeah, you should have 2.
I have 6, but I don't have any food, water, or power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, food, water, and power. Okay, let's give you. Let's try to do 2 down the line. That's armor. That's also Tanner, not.
Tanner's air is now 2.
Great. There you go. Okay. Oh, it's because we don't have objects of water and food. You have enough to worry about with air, so let's just stick with that for now. And so then for Wayland, under inventory. Oh no, you have 1 air.
I have 1 air? It says I have 6 air.
What?
Maybe it's 1 air with my suit? Oh, my compression suit.
Yeah. Has 5 and you have 1 in there. Okay. So roll. Put this command into the window /roll and then XD6, where X is equal to your current supply.
So can you say that again? Sorry.
In the chat window.
Yeah.
Do /roll, and then it's
2d6.
blank D6, and that blank is filled with however much you have. Okay, and then you can click on the actual total there to tell you what dice were rolled.
Okay, I got a 3-3-6-4-2.
So far, no one's got a 1, so you're good.
I got a 3 and a 4.
Yep. You're fine. You're not looking. You're not even looking for 6s. You just don't want 1s. So, okay, so you still have the same amount of air you had before.
Okay.
It's holding steady. Okay. So you're on the ground level. Right here, there is the access door set into the floor of the processor, and it's open.
Right. So we were here on our first day. So,
Yeah.
we probably kind of remember where to go, I guess.
Mm-hmm. From here, you can see that there is a. Oh, I don't even know if you looked in here before. Did you look in the pit before?
I don't think so. I think we just came in here, and the guy said he wasn't able to do anything with the current tools we had.
Okay. So just to the side of the this access door, you can see that there's a deep pit. Intentional. It's constructed as part of the facility. Looks like it would be used to access the lower levels. But you can see, well, okay. Anyone looking in the pit?
I can look cautiously in the pit. Sure, why not?
Okay.
It's like a dungeon.
Yeah, you can see that the spaces whereby you would access the lower levels have been blocked off. And it's mainly just like a whole lot of trash and debris sort of shoved into them, into like the tunnel by which you would access that. And that's when the smell hits you. At the bottom of the pit can only be described as a gruesome display of rotting humanity. Gain a stress level. But it's just tons of rotting corpses. All human.
What the fuck?
What's down there?
You don't want to know, bro.
Come look.
Did you put our stress up, or is this something I should do?
You'll have to do this. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know who those people were, but they're not so healthy right now.
One of the guards. Oh. Could be ferals. We're going to have to be careful.
What, you mean ferals dumping bodies in here?
Don't know who else down out here would have to dump bodies.
I guess.
Maybe it was those new people.
No.
They haven't been here long enough for this sort of thing. Shut up.
Yeah, those bodies are old, man.
Okay, well.
All right, stay away from the pit. You fall in there. I don't want your dry cleaning bill.
So Davor speaks up. He's holding the pad with the schematics. It says here the command panel, platform 13, south side.
That's the big thing in the middle, huh?
Correct.
How do we get there?
You look up, there are access ladders. And you also see service lift doors, presumably service lift doors. They're the bigger kind that you would want. They're not personal elevators.
Well, maybe we should get in the lift, huh?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Death waits for no man. I mean, victory waits for no man.
You step in, and the lift does have power. Moves up, and everyone's ready. Nerves are a little on edge, and then boom. The platform here, well, it's a shambles. There are shabby sheets on the floor. You can see bones, sticks, and spears littered all over.
Where do they live?
Please make an observation roll, somebody.
Can I be ignorant of the danger we are going in? I don't want to read the Necronomicon, Dad. You said it's a notice check?
Yeah. Well, yeah, observation.
Observation.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh. Okay, everyone else gets a stress.
Everyone else.
What's that?
Everyone else too. Great.
Yeah. There, let's
I did nothing wrong. I was told to roll an observation check.
let's bump them up here. Where are my
Waylon, you're freaking me out a little bit here.
It's just you're freaking me out.
No, you are.
You're freaking me out.
Okay, easy now. We don't need to get all the way back into what happened last time. Okay.
I turn around very calmly with my gun pointed. I'm like, I'll be calm.
No successes. Anyone else want to make an observation roll?
I would be
I
glad.
had one.
Did you? No, you don't have one.
No, that was
6 is 0. 6 is 0.
Oh, that's a
one.
one.
Yeah, the face huggers are not the ones you want.
Let's give this a shot, shall we? I got one.
There you go. Okay, you want to push?
No, I'll stick with one. Thanks.
All right. So, what do you do?
Do I notice anything alarming other than all the bones and sheets and stuff?
Not with that roll, no.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's just get in here and get this done. Come on, Mr. Tech. Do your job.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get to it. And Davor flanked by Amir and anyone else?
I mean, do we want to let the guards guard them and we take the perimeter, or vice versa, right?
I think we should all stick together.
Okay.
Okay. So you move through the refuse and the discarded elements, and yes, at the far side of this platform there is a control panel, and Davor dashes to it and starts tapping away, at which point there's a scraping sound, and from behind pipes, girders, and other debris, you see ferals start to rise. Tanner, your military days let you do a quick scan and a quick count. There are 15 of them. So everyone has to make a panic roll.
Okay.
Unsurprisingly. Now let's see. Yeah, just click your stress button.
Just click the stress button. Oh, good. Panic.
Okay, hold on a second. I gotta make the other stress rolls first. Yeah, geez. Okay.
I still have the nervous twitch, or does that a new nervous twitch?
You still have the nervous twitch. But okay, so hold on now. So Tanner screams, losing his next slow action. Tanner, you can reduce your stress by 1, but everyone else has to make a panic roll. So don't do anything yet, because
it's at my stress by 1. So thank you.
Because Wayland, his twitch increases everyone else's stress by 1. So everyone increase their stress by 1.
No, but isn't that like isn't that from previously, or is that a new one?
No.
48 seconds ago.
Yeah, you were still in the same whatchamacallit, same like tier of panic.
Okay, I'll roll.
Okay.
I have to roll stress again.
No, don't do anything yet. Everyone has to do their initial roll. So
I mean, I did my initial roll.
yes, but everyone else has to do their initial.
Oh,
rolls.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so Amir, upon seeing them, swears, and you can see her looking around, assessing the field. Everyone, you're all within short range of her. Oh, please bump your stress up by 1.
Again? Okay.
Okay.
And this is how it ends.
It might. Let's see what happens. Davor and the 2 guards still have to make their roll. Davor. Nervous twitch. Everyone else, bump your stress.
Again?
Again. I'm going to make these public rolls because they'll be more fun that way.
Okay.
And the 2 Waylander guards. 1. Good one. He holds his shit, and they both hold their shit. So, okay, but now, so Tanner's screaming, and everyone bumped their stress, and Wayland bumped that as well. Oh, where was that extra? Oh, yeah, the scream. So because of Tanner's one, everyone else has to make another panic roll. Except for Tanner. His panic is relegated to screaming. Why don't I do the NPCs first, or do you want to go first before they bump your stress up to ungodly levels?
I'll do it first.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You still got your nervous twitch going. Everyone else though gets another stress. This is when I need one of those really big screens, so I can have all of the. Okay, so Amir starts to realizing that it's too far to get to cover that quickly, begins cursing and screaming loudly. Davor. No, but her stress goes down. Wow.
Hers does.
Yeah, her stress is going really well. It's just that her panic screwed you up. Okay. So Davor bumps everyone else's stress by 1.
FYI, it appears as Wayland every time you roll.
I know. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. Okay, Waylander guard. Okay, that one freezes. Everyone else's stress goes up. I almost don't know if I could handle this on the tabletop. I need like tokens for everything. And the other one trembles as he aims his pistol in their direction. Okay, so she screamed. Everyone else has got to make another panic roll. So PC's first. Matt, why doesn't Tanner make a roll here? More panic. Flee. Must flee to a safe place and will refuse to leave it. You won't attack anyone, won't attempt anything dangerous. You're not allowed to make a retreat roll, blah, blah, blah. Your stress level is decreased by 1, but every friendly character who sees you run must make an immediate panic roll. And you're going to have to make a permanent trauma roll at the end of the session. Okay.
I do feel like we're dying here. This is crazy.
Well, there are 15 of them. And as far as I know, I'm doing this by the book. So let's see what happens. Corbin, do you want to make your next panic roll?
Okay, yeah, let's see how I play.
This is you still have 1 queued.
I dropped an item.
Okay, your stress goes down by 1.
It went up by 1.
Increases by 1. I'm sorry. I thought it said decreases. And
that was automatically done, right?
What's that?
It was 6 before, now it's 7, so...
Yeah. These ones, I think, will be done on their own. And you have to drop a weapon or important item.
I dropped my gun. It's the only
Okay.
thing I have.
Okay. All right. NPCs. Amir, who's screaming her head off, runs. Navor freezes. Okay.
So where is the safe place? The perceived safe place?
Oh my God, I don't know. I mean, technically, you still have another.
Lift, right?
It's that's past the ferals.
Oh, okay. So we're ambushed behind. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? You still have one panic roll queued. But I'm gonna put a stop to them because everyone's seeking cover or frozen at this point. Or
I'm
fleeing.
not. I'm not.
Except for you. You just dropped your gun.
Well
Okay.
done.
So one Waylander guard is frozen. The other one is running for cover. Amir is fleeing to the closest safe place, as is Tanner. Davor is frozen at the control panel, having not had a chance to do anything with it yet. And Wayland has dropped his gun. As they run for cover, and okay, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out where the safe space is here.
Is there like a panel or something, maybe?
Well, behind the control panel, maybe.
I thought of the lift.
Yeah, which is past them. I think. You know what? I'm not gonna be a total tool.
Are you?
Yes. The lift seems to be the only safe place here. And that does mean it's past the ferals, but you and Amir have guns. And you know how to use them. So I will let you run to the lift and get inside. Wayland, what are you doing?
God.
I'm not going to pick initiative yet because I don't want to do like 20 initiative draws.
Is Amir on the panel right now?
Davor, yes, but
Davor.
He's frozen with fear.
Okay, I'm gonna slap him. Get it together, man.
Slap him.
Okay, let's check because there are ways to end someone's panic.
Command with slap, right?
Yeah. Let's do command with slap. I'll command because I do have that ability. Pull rank. As long as they belong to the same organization with you, even if it means harm or danger to themselves. It does increase my stress level, but I will do it because that's the mission.
Throw another log on the fire, yo.
So I need to make a manipulation. Yeah, manipulation roll. God damn it.
You got one success?
I got one success, but I already dropped my gun.
Like a radio or something, or
your iPad?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say I dropped my radio.
Okay. You still got a 6. So yes, you can slap him into being able to act this round.
Can I grab my gun too? I'm guessing I can't shoot.
No, you can't shoot, but yes, you can grab your gun.
Okay.
And so I just reviewed the panic roll thing, and yes, basically you can be constantly prompted for panic rolls. The new effect replacing the old effect. But yeah, it does not say that there's actually a limit So I think it's probably good that I stopped us there. Perhaps the second edition will clarify or reduce that.
It seems like you can just feed each other all the way off the chart.
I think, I think you all could have died that way.
Oh, it said I can't stop actions by panic rolls using this talent, but it is technically not an action. It is inaction.
Well, you can still make a command roll to do it. Okay, so that gives Davor a chance to act. Let's get his character.
They might have pointy sticks, but I have a gun.
Well,
pointy sticks will get the job done when there's 15 of them.
Oh God, who's catatonic?
Davor. Does it really? Did I close that? And now I need to open it again just to check what. Okay. Okay. I think I saw something about it canceling your action. That might have been. Oh, that's the previous. If the panic roll is a result of a skill check for an action, the action is canceled and be replaced by the forced panic action. He starts punching buttons, and then you notice a shake in his hand, and he collapses to the floor. Waylon, do you have Comtech?
Please.
5, yes. I have 5, technically. I have 1 plus 4.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna give the option here for you to do this. You could fulfill your mission goal here and adjust the atmosphere's processor output with a successful Comtech roll.
Okay, I will try to do so. So I just roll it?
Yep.
Just roll it.
Just roll it. Jesus Christ.
I've gone berserk.
This would be slapstick if it wasn't so tragic.
I'm like fixing the machine at the same time with my
No, but it cancels the action.
Oh no, it does.
So you're like looking at it and going like, "Go faster! Why are you processed?"
Oh God.
Immediately attack the nearest person or creature.
Which is Davor.
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 I had a
useless piece of shit.
This again. Like.
Okay, so what do I roll?
Wait, this becomes very important. Did he pick up his gun, or did that get?
He said he picked up his gun.
So I'm shooting Davor. Shall I roll to shoot Davor?
Roll to shoot Davor. God. And then the overwhelming stress of this all causes you to collapse next to him, pistol on the ground. Okay, well, Amir and Skull, who are at the elevator now, and the door is opening. You witness what happens at the other end of the platform. What do you do?
Roll panic!
I don't think you have to. Do you?
I killed someone.
No, that's the thing. Remember, the panic action cancels the action that triggered it, and it replaces it with the panic action.
Oh, so I just collapse next to him when I try and kill him?
It's like you lose your shit on the computer, and you're like, oh my god, and then just as you're about to aim, that part of your mind that says, I don't know that you want to do this. I'm going to help and save you here. Click, and it shuts you off. And you just, it washes over Wayland, and he collapses to the ground. Everything having taken his complete toll on his mind and soul.
What this has told me is we should have split up.
The Alien, the one game where splitting up the party might mean you survive.
Splitting up means that we don't go into a death spiral of stress.
Yeah, right. Obviously, everyone should be by themselves. Yes.
Except then you get killed by the other threats. There's really no way out of this.
Alrighty.
Okay.
How much does Tanner like Wayland?
I mean, you're just crew together. You sort of met each other on the way over.
Right.
But it's not. Well, there are 15 ferals there, and as soon as you moved, they started climbing over things, and so they're headed towards. Well, they've split up. To be perfectly honest, they have swarmed the frozen Waylander guard and the other one in cover. So, let's say like 3 on each of them. So that's 6 of them taken care of. But there are 9 left. 3 of whom are running towards Wayland and Davor, and the other 6 are running in your direction.
Well, shit.
I mean, fuck the Tomb of Horrors. This at least like gave you the idea you might be able to be successful.
Well, we brought guns.
You did bring guns.
Let's use them.
Okay.
Let's start firing.
Let's start firing. So, okay. Well, I am going to say the one thing as a metagaming thing. Remember now, though, if you start shooting, you're making die rolls, which will roll stress dice along with it. That's fine if you're okay with the outcome.
I mean, he's a Marine and he's freaking out and he's got an weapon. What else is going to happen?
Yeah. Okay.
There are 4 ferals. So if we just go statistically, he's more likely to hit a feral than one of the other guys.
That is true.
Just
Game
stay
over,
far
man.
away from the guy that's in the thing with you.
Amir, yeah.
Amir's next to you, and you know
Right.
she's standing just to your side in the elevator, firing away as well. So at least you've got that.
Light him up.
Going. Light them up. Okay, so I guess click
Click the smart gun.
the smart gun. Oh my god, you got no successes on 10 dice?
How? How can I get no successes on 10 dice?
Well,
And
you're
he's gonna push it.
You're gonna get 10 more dice. Oh no, sorry, 16 dice. That was. Okay. All right. Well, now you hit. So 1, 2, 5 points of damage. You got 1 extra 6, so you can use a stunt. You can do another point of damage. You can. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. So 3 damage. You hit 3 damage to one of the ferals. You can then use the extra 6 here to do an additional point of damage to pin them down. To make them drop a weapon, push them back, or make them fall to the ground, or you can kind of reposition yourself in the initiative, which we're not really using right now because that's a little bit of bookkeeping that I think we're better off not using right now. Okay, so
I don't think that overkill is needed here. How about pinning them down so that they can't make it over to our friends?
okay. Oh, you're gonna get, well, there's 6 running at you. Are you aiming for one of the other ones, like at a distance?
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. No, I guess I'm probably just going for the ones that are running towards me.
Okay. So yes, you do a fair bit of damage to one and pin it down. Hold on, I gotta expand their sheet here. Okay. Well, a fair bit. It's pretty sorely wounded. And yeah, kind of basically takes a knee, while the other 5 continue. Okay, I'm gonna close that Waylander guard because he's not going to survive.
What's Wayland not doing?
No, Waylander guard, one of the guards that went along with you. Amir.
I finally got my wish. It looks like Tanner went berserk now.
Oh yeah, right. In your berserk.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh right, this would replace the action. Oh my god.
Well, that means attacking the nearest person anyway. Oh shit! I hope that doesn't mean Amir.
Okay, you know what? You're in the same zone as Amir and the Ferals. And I just don't see you swiveling your smart gun around to blow her away when they're
in front of me,
rushing you. So she's still gonna have to make a panic roll because you freak out and start firing. Okay, I'm gonna posit this to you. Because this replaces your action, theoretically, technically, I would say that means you get to roll again. But if you don't want to risk that, I'm happy to just use the results you got in your initial roll.
Yes, let's move on and give Amir a chance to do something.
So she panics and also goes berserk. No successes. And then it just is too much for her and she collapses. Now you need to make a panic roll.
Oh, for God's sake. More panic.
Oh, no. No, catatonic. I guess that was coming, wasn't it? Okay. Well, this leaves us at a point where we need to make a decision. Are you attached to these characters? No. Okay, that's good.
Well, that's convenient because they're not
convenient,
attached to themselves now either.
No. There's an endless supply of new PCs on the Solovetsky Island and NPCs, right? To replace the 2 who have all died here and the one that you inadvertently got killed in the last mission. So narratively, we could just say they don't return from the processor. And we'll just continue with new characters on the Solovetsky Island going, why haven't they reported back in yet? And we'll just go from there. I don't know. How do you guys feel? It's a bit of a different arc to follow. Maybe it informs our actions going forward. Maybe it tells me that I need to stop things before they get out of hand, like the little GM fiat of maybe one round of panic rolls is enough.
I don't know, Matt.
The question is, what did the game designers actually intend? So yeah, it seems like we were following the rules, unless there was something we missed in the book.
No, I mean, I don't think so. Okay, so folks at home, we find ourselves in a situation here, as I'm sure you can tell, where things have, well, gone to shit. And so I'm going to look up stress and panic again. And let's look through the section on stress and panic just to make sure that we didn't, well, I didn't screw anything up terribly by making everyone constantly make panic rolls. Okay, now look here at stress. So that stress level represents the mounting tension in your character, starting at 0, and it increases. When you push a skill roll, you fire a burst of full auto fire. You start suffering damage. You go that sleep, food, or water. You perform a coup de grace on an enemy. A member of your own crew attacks you. A person nearby is revealed to be an android. Or you encounter certain creatures or locations as determined by the scenario or the GM. Whenever you make a skill roll, you must add the stress dice to that, and we've been doing that constantly. Foundry has helped by putting that into the coding. Okay, panic roll. As long as you keep your stress in check, you can use it to your advantage, right? With that push, and then in fact you get more dice.
Right.
But you need to make a panic roll when any of the following happens. You roll one or more ones, represented by a delightful little facehugger on your stress dice in a skill roll. If this happens, you can't push it. Instead, you roll for panic, which is fine. We've been doing that because the system has prompted that properly. You witness a friendly character suffering from a certain panic effect. See the table below. That's the panic roll table, which is what we've seen as a result of our panic rolls in the output channel tonight. You are pinned down by a ranged attack. You suffer a critical injury. You're attacked by a strange alien creature you've never seen before. A truly horrifying event occurs as determined by a scenario or the GM. I'm going to blame the scenarios in all this case. Resolution, roll a d6, add your stress level, and check the table. If you roll 10 or higher on your panic roll, you are forced to perform a specific action. If the panic roll was the result of a skill check for an action, the action's canceled and replaced by the forced panic action, even if you rolled ones. More panic. If you're suffering from a panic effect and are forced to make another panic roll, the new panic effect replaces the previous one. Hence why, in the end, there was just a whole lot of catatonia
Right.
and berserk actions. If the new roll is lower than the previous effect, it is automatically adjusted to one step more severe than the previous one, which I believe Foundry has been handling. There's the overkill talent that lets you replace the effect of a panic roll of 11 or higher by the overkill effect. You must immediately attack your enemies and won't stop until you or all enemies in sight are broken, which is down to 0 health, where you start taking critical injuries. Also, all other PCs in short range of you must make an immediate panic roll. Okay, so then there's a bit on relieving stress, permanent mental trauma, the panic roll chart. I don't see anything about capping it.
It said that bit about replacing one panic roll with another one, so it really makes me think that you're just supposed to spiral endlessly.
Yeah, what's the ability that caused that? Because I'm like, the panic roll was
the very first one.
It was a nervous twitch increased our stress die, but there was another one that caused us to it was screaming.
Yeah, the screaming.
Because that's what the problem was.
Right. Wayland screamed. Tanner screamed. And every friendly character who hears your scream must make an immediate panic roll.
Right. And so then everybody starts rolling for panic and bad things happen, and you make more panic rolls and bad things happen.
Yeah.
And so on the one hand, it doesn't bother me that, you know, you would write a game like this when it is supposed to be very tense. The thing that gets me about this is that there's no facet of your character that affects the stress or panic roll. Stress is just something that accumulates. And so it's not like you make a saving throw or something like that. You're just rolling the dice, and every character is equal in this sense, just depending on their stress level.
Yeah.
That bothers me a
Okay.
little bit. I mean,
can see that.
my guy's a big tough ex-Marine, right? You'd think that he might
Have
stand
been
a little
through this
bit
before.
of a better chance than you know, the technician who's standing there pressing buttons, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I mean, there's a valid thought there.
so
I wonder if there's
someone did mention that they did have a similar thing happen in their game where basically one PC started to scream, which started another PC to scream, and then so be if you hear one PC screaming, it makes another PC start screaming, then so be it. At one point, you're going to you are taking about all the PCs having loads of stress, as you need 7 or so to even get the scream result. At that point, panic is going to be very common. It's why stress is something you have to manage. We went into this though with like no stress, didn't we? Like we cleared our stress.
Mm-hmm. And I cleared it out of the NPCs as well. So this is all exploded because they rolled terribly.
Yeah, right. Seriously, we did make some bad rolls tonight.
So I'm fine then with restarting from the lift opening. You know, a new loading screen, opening of the lift, and now we know that there are 15 ferals waiting for you. Don't let that affect your character's actions, and then we just see what happens again.
I mean, I'm fine going with new characters because I do think it's a weird thing. Like some people have said in the Reddits that I'm looking at right now that they're like it's up to the GM to sort of determine at what point to like
pull the plug.
Pull the plug because it's a narrative like mechanics don't matter as much as like a fun story.
Sure. And I mean, in part, this was to see what would happen raw. I mean,
yeah.
And I didn't expect it to, but the more people who are there, the more chances there are to panic. And hence why we came to the conclusion that until the final boss battle, you should all just do different things.
Right. Stay away from everybody else. Yeah. Which seems like poor strategy, but
yeah. So yeah, let's look in the while we're here, just sort of having our like post-mortem. Let's look at the GM's guide here, because that may have something that I wasn't paying attention to, which suggests how I should have.
I tried looking in the GM's guide, but the stress stuff was mostly about like setting up the tension.
Yeah. Which is legitimate to be in the GM section of things. However, it doesn't say like, and at this point you should just stop. Sometimes the players will want to split up into smaller groups. Let them. Well, now I'm definitely letting you guys do that. Sure, great idea. Just stay away from everyone else. Yeah, nothing else really on that. Interesting. Okay, well.
I mean, you know, they play tested this game.
So. Oh, they did. They did it extensively, and it was well edited. It is generally, I think, very well written. But yeah, this was because of that scream, and it's just that because no one else had panicked at that point. So right. Because of it.
And it's also exponential, as you mentioned, because of the stress dice that you keep rolling. You keep rolling more and more dice. So on the one hand, you can accumulate, you know, sixes, but you can also accumulate ones, you know, at the same time, and that just leads down the road even further. So it's
exactly. Yeah.
Difficult proposition to avoid.
So, yeah, it's just that your stress was, your stress was 4 because you did a couple of pushes by that point.
Mm-hmm.
And you must have rolled a 1 or something
Yeah, I guess I
to
got
get there.
Yeah.
So it just jumped up enough to move you onto level 12. So 1d6 plus 6 in the end. And it pushed it higher. Okay. Huh. Well, okay. Going forward, do we want to perhaps institute a house rule? And I'm thinking the house rule might be that in any given scene or combat, each character present can only generate a panic roll once.
I'm fine with that.
And so it doesn't mean it can still bounce back, but it doesn't bounce back and back and back and back and then all around in a circle and then over here and then here and then comes back to you. So it can still snowball with 4 NPCs with you. There can still be potentially 6 panic rolls for everybody. But it sort of stops. And we can just see how that happens when we come to it. Because Foundry is going to stick with stuff as it is. But maybe we can hack our way around that just so that it doesn't so that you don't die again. Okay, so here, let's make a decision. Do we want to roll up new characters, or do we want to reload from the lift doors opening?
We can roll new characters. I'm inclined to follow what actually happened. That's fine. That's
okay.
Fine. It happens.
Well, and can always try new characters. Do we want to do it now? It doesn't take very long, does it?
It's kind of late, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bit late. We can roll up something next time.
We'll start that with the next session. Okay. Well, this is not the end of the Lost Worlds campaign, but it's the end of Tanner and Waylon's adventures in this. Thankfully, you reported back to the mission what you discovered on your first mission. So your new characters can know that information. But they'll have to do a little bit of digging on Dillon Colony again to, well, find out what's going on. And I don't know that the colony may be as willing to donate their people to your cause this time around. But we'll see. Maybe we're going to get 2 Marines with a whole lot of guns coming in here, or snipers or something that will tactically keep them alive. So until next episode, let's just you can give a little outro, say who you played, and what part of you is tastiest to the ferals that clubbed, killed, mangled, and devoured parts of you. Let's go in reverse order this time. Corbin?
I don't remember anything. I'm here to play the first session of this alien RPG. Clearly, if I were playing a character named Wayland, whatever part of his body that was probably delectable was probably his brain, because he didn't use it that much. Or it was kind of reset to factory settings. You can find me on YouTube at The Awkward Jam Corbin. And I'm doing some curse board stuff right now.
All right. And Matt?
I'm Matt Eager of Old Bones Publishing, and even the stuff I write isn't as grim as this one turned out. And so, yeah, I don't know. Tanner's tastiest part was probably his soft white underbelly, because for a former colonial marine, he sure did lose his shit a lot.
Okay.
That's be his chief talent.
I'm Simon, the game mother for this campaign, and did not see this coming. I probably should have after previous sessions. So we're going to go into this a little older, a little wiser, and possibly making some adjustments. Rules as written is fantastic, but always remember that you can nudge things if you want to serve a different narrative. And in this case, we might want to have semi-consistent characters the whole way through this campaign. But thankfully, it is set up in a way that you can introduce new ones as you need to. Though I kind of think that maybe the expectation is that you introduce a new one at a time, not all of them. Until next time, this has been the Lost Worlds campaign for on the Tabletop Almanac for Alien the RPG by Free League Publishing. Thank you both for playing tonight, and we'll roll up new characters and introduce them next time.
Bye.
Bye.